Let's talk about the advantages of React. React serves advantages which are more than one can expect from a library. As time passes by and as you would progress along with this module, you'll agree with me. To talk about the first advantage, as I mentioned earlier, is that React helps in building user interfaces. These user interfaces on web are called web applications. A web application is different from a website in the sense that it is highly dynamic in nature, which makes it prime focus on interacting with users. The web applications run on a browser. Thus, React builds web applications for you, and these web applications use JavaScript, which allows them to run on browser. The second advantage that React follows the latest specification of the ECMA script, which governs JavaScript syntax. Now, what ECMA script specification is and how React uses it is something that I'll cover in the later videos. For now, just remember that with React, you can use the latest features and developments in JavaScript language. The third point to note is that a lot of people use React as the V, which stands for the view in the Model View Controller architecture or the MVC architecture. This is because React doesn't make any assumption about the rest of your technology stack. This helps you build new features in React without any need for rewriting or shipping your existing code. Fourth advantage, plus point, is that DOM manipulation with React is super fast and easy. Imagine a web page that contains a list of 1,000 elements out of which you can delete one element. Most of the JavaScript libraries tend to recreate the entire list of elements and then render this updated list again. Apart from being inefficient, this approach is too time-consuming. To solve this problem, you can think of a solution where you can find the changed element on DOM while traversing through the DOM tree and then update it. This solution becomes cumbersome when there's a large number of nodes in the tree and there are a lot of updates going on too frequently. In such a case, you hardly get any time to traverse through such a large tree, resulting in giving the user a very bad user experience. In such a problem, the concept of virtual DOM comes to the rescue. Virtual DOM is a programming concept where a virtual representation of the UI is kept in memory and is synced with the real DOM. Let us visualize this process so that you can understand it more clearly. Virtual DOM is something that you don't see on the UI, whereas real DOM is the one that you see on the UI. Now, whenever an element needs to be updated, the virtual DOM state is captured and stored in the memory. When the update happens, the virtual DOM gets re-rendered. This re-rendering of the virtual DOM is super fast and compared to re-rendering the real DOM. Note that the real DOM is not updated yet. Now, the current state of the virtual DOM is compared with its own previous state before the update occurs. Only the elements that have changed their state are found, and then such elements are updated in the real DOM. This is when the users get to see the changes. Thus, this solves the problem of re-rendering the entire DOM again and finding the element to change while traversing a large DOM tree. In the example we discussed earlier, where you delete an element from a list of 1,000 elements using virtual DOM approach, helps you find and update only the particular element in the DOM which needs to be changed. The rest of the elements remain intact. Thankfully, React uses the concept of virtual DOM, which makes life easy for us and provides a much better user experience to the user. Last but not least, React library itself has a huge ecosystem of other open source libraries which you can use to perform specific tasks. We'll see some of these libraries as we progress along the module. Let's have a recap of all the advantages being offered by React that we have discussed just now. First, React helps to build user interactive interfaces. Second, you can use latest features introduced into the JavaScript language. Third, React doesn't demand to rewrite or ship your existing code in it. Fourth, React follows the concept of virtual DOM, which makes DOM manipulation super fast and easy. There are many more advantages that you get when you use React, and you'll witness them once you start learning React.